Hey everybody, welcome back to another video of Geology and Media. In honor of Titan's removal in Destiny 2 as an explorable planetary body, we'll talk about the real-life Titan as we know it today, compared to the Titan of Destiny 2, and explain exactly how the Traveler or humanity could have reshaped it to the in-game environment as seen by us Guardians. Basically, this video is going to be pretty similar in format to our Destiny 2 Mercury or Moon videos that were done in the past. First off, let's give a brief overview of the real-life moon. Titan is the largest moon of Saturn, and the second largest natural satellite in the solar system, the first being Ganymede, and is home to a super dense atmosphere. Much like with Venus, which obscured some scientific observations, we weren't really able to do so with Titan until recently with the Cassini-Huygens mission. Also, Titan has been known as the only other body besides Earth with clear evidence of surface liquid. Now, to say that it's just water is not correct, and we'll get into that later. Titan also has a hydrological system like Earth's, but of course it's not with water. I know you might have a couple of questions in mind by now, like does Titan actually have the kinds of blue seas that we see in the video game? Is Titan just a water world of sorts? And finally, could we actually live on Titan? First off, to understand how Titan really looks like to the naked eye if we were to approach it on kind of a spacecraft in today's world, we'll have to understand why it's comparable to something like Venus. Well, consider this. Titan's atmosphere is mostly nitrogen, about 95%, and methane, about 5%, with small amounts of other carbon-rich compounds. Some of the compounds produced by the processes associated with methane and nitrogen create a kind of smog, a thick orange-colored haze that makes the moon's surface a bit difficult to view from space. So the idea of a blue world like Neptune isn't exactly accurate. Where all that methane comes from, though, is also a mystery. Because sunlight continuously breaks down methane in Titan's atmosphere, some source must be replenishing it, or else it would have been depleted over time. Researchers suspect that the methane could have been due to cryovolcanism, volcanoes releasing chilled water instead of molten rock lava, but they're not certain if it's this or some other process that is responsible for the methane source. Yet in the game of Destiny 2, we're somewhat led to believe that the moon is just kind of a deep blue sea that we see via visual clues and dialogue. Of course, we know in reality that this isn't the truth, given how extremely cold it is there, with a surface temperature of about negative 290 degrees Fahrenheit. The water is frozen and the lakes and seas are of methane and ethane. Even so, the moon is much more diverse than just this, with the surface mainly being populated by vast lands of dunes, plains, rivers, craters, hummocks, and labyrinths, which is just a term for a network of highly eroded valleys. The point is that there's actually ground to stand on, as cold as it is. If I were to guess the location of the area we are exploring in Destiny 2, I would have to assume it would probably be Kraken Mar, or Mare, depending on how you pronounce it, which is the largest body of surface liquid on Titan. Also, it should be noted that the vibrant blue hue that we see for the methane waters of Titan in the game is not exactly accurate either. Were we to look down on Titan's lakes with a boat, then you might gaze down into a clear, deep sea instead of a blue-colored Earth-like ocean. However, these clear seas would be yellowish and orangish hues of Titan's skies. Lastly, we should discuss the viability of Titan as a moon sustainable for us humans. Surprisingly, it is more so than a lot of other locations in Destiny 2. The gravity is comparable to the moon's, so it's not like we're going to be crushed, thankfully, but we are going to be floating around and jumping pretty high. We're probably going to need some respirators to breathe due to the lack of oxygen in the atmosphere, considering it's mostly nitrogen. More importantly, we're going to need some crazy technology so we don't freeze to death. At least we won't die to cosmic radiation with such a thick atmosphere, which is a huge plus for us humans. Anyway, with those conditions likely met with a Traveler's influence, it's much more feasible than Mercury becoming a garden world, which we've already discussed. And that's it. With Titan now being covered to the extent of a video game, if you like the subject, all sources are down below in the description. Of course, if you guys have any other questions or concerns pertaining to this specific topic, please leave a comment down below. If you guys want to recommend any other planets in Destiny, any other subjects in different video games, or topics of movies, please feel free to leave a comment down below as well. Thank you so much for watching and have a wonderful day.